guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hey Adam G. This afternoon I have a very special guest. I'm so happy. I just got so lucky to get her for today. We all know her as a popular actress, TV host, and brand endorser. And 5 years after being in the limelight, she now reinvents herself beautifully. Who would have thought that this once shy girl is now a captivating pageant hopeful in Miss Universe Philippines? This is really one reinvention that both her fans and pageant enthusiasts are talking nonstop. So here she is. Without further ado, let's all say hello to Miss Universe Philippines 2021 candidate from Masbate, Miss Kisses Delavin. Hi, Kisses.
Hi, Adam. Hi to all the live viewers. Thank you so much for your time. How are you, Adam?
I'm good. My God, Kisses, can you believe it? This is by far the highest viewership I got since I established my blog. All 1,076 follower people are watching us right now. My God, I couldn't believe it.
Thank you. Thank God.
Wow. So let's engage some of them before we start the interview. Chrislyn Benedicto, Kirsten for Universe.
Hi, Chrislyn. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Thank you for commenting. Kamusta yung afternoon mo?
Nice. And then Mari V is saying, hello, Kisses.
Hi, Marivic.
And then Avril Nicole Bataklan is saying, ang ganda mo.
Hi. Kamusta po? Thank you. I don't know who's your mom.
Guys, thank you all for the... Grabe, sumasabog yung... You know what? Before chatting with you backstage, I was reading some of the comments before waiting for you to come in. And alam mo yun, napansin ko talaga, parang na-miss ka nila. Judging from their reaction to you right now.
Well, I missed this too. I definitely have missed them. Kasi Adam, I was gone for a very long time. Starting the pandemic back. So the feeling is mutual, I would say.
Yeah, because if I remember it correctly, your last public appearance was last year pa in a TV show, right?
Yeah. Yes. Because nandito ako sa bahay, I went to my hometown, Masbate, when the pandemic struck.
Oh my God. Our comment section is blowing up. Grabe, 2,000 viewers are already watching us right now. I'm so pressured. Good luck, magbabakal talaga ako. So you know what?
No, you're doing amazing, Adam.
You know what? I have to admit something. You know what? I'm really not in the habit of reading all the comments. But, as I was telling you earlier, while I was reading some of the comments talaga, I can't help but feel overwhelmed for you. So, how does it feel that, look at now, more than 2,000 people are watching us right now. How does it feel to be so loved?
Adam, yung love na to, it's something that I really treasure from the bottom of my heart because I know what it feels like to love somebody. So I make sure in my part that I also give back this love. Kasi ang laking power tong love na to. So I make sure that I'm deserving of it and that I work hard so that I can do something great out of this big love that I'm receiving.
And it's nice to see that even if you've gone for quite some time, your fans has never left by your side. They've stayed with you through thick and thin.
Yeah, actually, Adam, we just celebrated 5 years anniversary. Me and my supporters, they're called Kissavals. We just celebrated 5 years, and sa 5 years na yun, promise, talagang ang daming nangyari. Ang daming moments na talagang surreal. So I'm just very happy to hear you mention that. It's so true. Their love is just amazing.
I love what you said. I feel like it's an interesting dynamic. Na whatever you do, both professional and personal, they've always been by your side. So, how important it is to get their feedback about your new foray right now.
Well, Adam, actually, what an irony because I really love my supporters, but at the same time, I don't go to social media and read their comments because I feel like this is a time to be focused, especially now that 2020, 2021, yung Miss Universe, for example, is already on December, and yung Miss Universe Philippines is next month. So it's so important to be focused for me. But I have this love that I feel in my heart that I carry, and I know that no matter what happens, kung ano man, ano pa yung i-take up ko na anything, I know that my supporters will always be there, and that gives me comfort and such strength.
I feel like it's a whirlwind for you right now here in Miss Universe Philippines. So, alam mo yon, parang nagulat kami, oh my God, she's really joining. We were just watching her. Ako, aminin ko, I watched your your interview with Tito Boy last year about answering those Miss Universe questions. Sabi ko, oh, this girl pala can answer. Hard-hitting Miss Universe
Thank
questions. And now we can't believe that you are actually actualizing it. So how has it been since being part of this year's roster
I
of this
think,
year's
Adam,
MUP?
with what you said about whirlwind, I think that you're right. This is definitely a whirlwind experience for those who don't know me, especially. For those who don't know my plans, this has definitely been a shock. But on the other hand, I have always known that this is something that I would do. So instead of being a whirlwind, I am mindful of all the experiences that sabi ko nga nung screening that my goodness, I have to take a moment and breathe because this is it. This is the beginning of such a long journey for Miss Universe. So, yeah, I feel honored to be part of Miss Universe Philippines, and I can't wait. Can't wait.
And look at you right now. You just topped two virtual challenges of MUP. How are you reacting to it? In-expect mo bang mag-top ka in those two previous challenges? Yung headshot, tsaka yung, what's the other one? Nakalimutan ko na.
The intro video.
The intro video, yeah.
Yes.
Grabe.
Well, Adam, to answer you honestly, I did not expect. Kasi for example, it's so funny because yung intro video, nasa car ako nun kasi nagta-travel kami. Sabi nila, oh, magpapasa ng intro video, ganito, ganyan. So, I was going to record yung voiceover sa kung anong sasabihin kong message. And so, I was like, what am I going to say in 1 minute? So, I just thought about it for 1 minute and then said whatever I wanted to say. So, it's such an honor because in the first place, I know that this is also the judges voting. So to know that my supporters are still doing their best to vote for me, even if the judges are also voting, it means a lot to have that support. It's sobrang heartwarming, Adam, actually.
And overwhelming. I can still see it in your eyes. So is this like a childhood dream talaga for you to join MU?
Well, when I was 3 years old, I joined my first beauty pageant, and I was asked, "Kisses, what do you want to do when you grow up?" And I said, "Oh, I want to be a Miss Universe. That's for me." And when I was 12 years old, I also joined a beauty pageant, and I was also asked, "What do you want to be?" I want to be a Miss Universe. And so, to answer your question, this is something that I know that I would definitely do, and that when I do this, I will put my heart into it. So it's not a shock for those people who know me very well.
Oh, so may mga previous pageant experiences ka na pala.
Yes, actually,
Oh.
Adam, I joined Miss Masbate province at 16 and Miss Kaugma. And before joining PBB, I was supposed to compete also in a national pageant because I'm Miss Masbate. But then I was already locked in for PBB, so that didn't happen. But now it's here, so I'm just very excited na andito na to.
Yeah, you talk about your previous pageant experiences, yung Miss Kaogma, Miss Masbate 2016. I'm curious to ask, what is the biggest lesson that you've learned in those two pageant experiences that you've had?
Ako, definitely, ang biggest lesson is that the people around you, you have to be very open to their input. And of course, you have to trust them first. Because if I may share this, when I was 12 years old, I was a very shy girl. I was just, I had braces and nahihiya ako kasi may braces ako, tas parang basta mahiyain ako. And so, I decided that I wanted to join a beauty pageant because when you're on stage, you're forced to be confident. You're forced to forget your insecurities or whatever fears that you have. And I said, that's what I'm going to do. So I took the form and went home to my house and had my parents sign it. Pero nung actual screening na, I said to myself, oh my God, I can't do this. There's so many people watching. I'm so shy. But then my handler, his name is Alan, he said, no girl, this is what you're going to do. You're going to stand there and you're going to show them who you are. Because I know you. Syempre, in Masbate yon.
Oo.
Not in English. But that definitely struck me. You have to be very open because these people know you. And they know what you can do. So you have to get over yourself and just accept this destiny. So my life in high school changed because of that. And so I'm grateful for Kuya Alan from Masbate.
So may nakikita sa'yo si Kuya Alan that time na hindi mo pa nakikita sa sarili mo.
Well, I was just a girl who loves to play, and I was shy, so I guess yes.
Wow, bilib ako sa'yo because how old were you then when you joined Miss Masbate 2016? So I assume 18, 17?
I was 16 years old, but then for Miss Kaugma, I already turned 17.
Where do you get that confidence to stand side by side with taller candidates considering na, alam mo yon, you're only 5'4"? Parang syempre, di ba, parang yung mga nerves, yung jitters, how were you able to conquer those?
Uh-huh.
Tapos,
Well, you're right about that. In Miss Masbate and Miss Kaugma, there were definitely very tall candidates. But for me, God made me who I am, and I wouldn't change anything. Not even a single thing. I am not the type of girl who says, oh, I wish I were 2 inches taller. I wish I was like this. That's never crossed my mind for some reason. And I'm thankful to God that I have that mindset because, especially now that I have this platform, people can see it in your eyes. If you're the type of girl that wishes she were something different, someone different, and if you just, yun ang grateful ako, Adam, because especially joining this Miss Universe Philippines pageant, people can see you, the whole of you. I'm sorry, my dog is so noisy, but as I was saying,
that's okay, no worries. All
but
right.
yeah. Sorry,
So,
na-distract lang ako.
pero curious ako to ask, since, during that time ba, kasi alam mo, aminin talaga natin, even until now, you have a lot of doubters. Pero nung nakuha mo rin ba, one thing that we cannot deny talaga about you is that magaling kang mag-project sa camera. And it translates well on your photo shoots and videos. So, do you think yung background mo sa modeling or dyan sa mga previous stints mo sa Miss Kaogma and Miss Masbate at an early age help you for MUP right now?
Well, Adam, I think that to those girls who also didn't have that background, I don't think that it's too much of a weakness for them because, like I said, everybody has such individual and special qualities na sari-sarili nila. But for me, I am grateful for the experience that has prepared me for this job of a Miss Universe. I am really grateful that parang nag-align yung universe that I got to do all those things before I take on this Miss Universe Philippines role.
'Di ba? And alam mo, eto talagang nakita nung in-upload ng camp ng Aces and Queens yung photo mo for Miss Universe Philippines recently. Talagang nagulat kami. Parang, is this really
Yeah.
Kisses? Parang, sanay na sanay kaming makita ka, lalo na sa mga TV guestings mo na alam mo yun, lagi kang ano bang tawag sa damit na yun? Na parang lagi ka na naka full skirt. But this time, parang, oh my God, she's showing her legs! What was your first reaction when you finally saw the finished product of these photos?
Well, Adam, nag nag-bikini na ako before in Miss Kaugma 2016, but this is definitely my first photo shoot wearing a bikini. And ano pa yun nag-travel kami ng 17 hours and we arrived in Manila during that time. So, I can't say jet lag because mas bad lang naman yun. But definitely, I was super tired. But for some reason, the photos didn't register that I was tired. Maybe because this is something that I'm really happy to do. So, I'm just grateful that I don't look 17 hours nagbiyahe sa picture.
And look at you here talaga. Ako, sabihin ko sa'yo, your brand of sexiness here, alam mo yung classy na sexy, you know what I mean? I don't know, ang ganda pa ng swimsuit na sinuot mo. And
Yes,
I
I
heard
love it.
you were wearing Paulina by Mikey Andre here. Ang ganda. Ang ganda. Parang ang classy tignan. Ang classy tignan. Hindi ka, alam mo yung it stays fully done. Hindi siya yung all-out sexy provocative. Alam mo yun, ito talaga parang, wow, this is Kisses. Alam mo yung parang, this is Kisses na sexy reinventing herself, pero at the same time, may konting ano pa rin. Parang restrained na parang, okay, may mystery pa rin, okay. So, alam mo, this is really refreshing in our eyes. So how are you getting by with all the feedback that you've been getting?
Well, Adam, first of all, I would say I'm so thankful to Aces and Queens because, for example, this swimsuit it's from Mama Mikey Andre. She is a very talented designer, and she really picked the right swimsuit for me, and I have to give props to her for that, definitely. And with what you said, Adam, about reinventing, I mean, it's so cool that all of us people can reinvent ourselves. But on the other hand, on my story right now, it's actually different because this has always been my identity. The pageant, this Miss Universe thing, it has always been mine before I joined PBB. But actually, in PBB and in Star Magic, their job is to reinvent you into an image that they like or the people like. So yeah, I just wanted to say that to you because it's the first time that we met, and I wanted you to know that.
So you mentioned about being trained by people from Aces and Queens. So I'm curious to ask, what has been the hardest part of your training so far?
Definitely, the hardest part is doing it online. You can't see the people in person. Only once when I went to Manila, only once did I meet the coaches, and it's really hard for me because I'm so not used to doing everything on the phone and on the laptop. I like seeing people. I like meeting people face to face. So that's the hardest part for me. As in, lockdown, why? But it's for the good and for the good of the health of our society and the Philippines para matapos na yung COVID. So I understand that.
So how are you making the most out of your online training right now? Naka-break ba kayo ngayon kasi ECQ?
Well, Adam, meron namang online trainings. Like, for example, last night, we were able to do yoga with Senator Pia. But on the
Wow.
other hand, it's still very hard to do online trainings because, for example, the walk. But, for me, the most important training really, for anything, not even for Miss Universe, the most important training is how you prepare yourself. Because, for example, this job of a Miss Universe is really a job. So how do you prepare yourself for that? That's what you ask yourself.
So speaking of that, so how has been the adjustment like so far? Kasi you come from showbiz, no? Siyempre, let's face it, when you're in showbiz, you get you're being styled a lot. So let's face it, dito rin sa pageantry, crucial din ang styling. So apart from that, how has been the adjustment or may degree of difficulty ba so far in the transition?
Adam, people expect me that I will have a hard time going into the pageant world because artista daw, ganyan. But I don't get it because this is so natural for me actually. More than anything that I ever did. This is so natural for me.
Nice. So wala pala. Akala ko kasi parang niisip ko parang meron kang mga miscongeniality moments. Alam mo yun na
Uh-huh.
Sandra Bullock
What
na
do you mean
parang
by miscongeniality moments?
may mga awkward stages ka kasi syempre, let's face it, joining a pageant is a science. Talagang may mga times na inaaral niyo yung lakad niyo, minsan natatapilok ka, o kaya di ba lalo na sa styling, sa pag-makeup, I remember Shamsi in an interview before na she said there was a time na umiiyak na siya. She was also being trained by ACES. She was crying na one certain day because ilang beses niyang feeling niya mapupunit na yung mukha niya sa sobrang palit, alam mo yung remove palit, makeup ulit just to get the right look. So far, how have you been getting by with the trainings in terms of makeup, styling, pasarela?
Well, Adam, now that you mentioned that, I was just reminded that this is not yet the final pageant. So I just remember that maybe definitely things will be harder when you're in the top 30 already and competing in the lock-in. Pero it's really about your core and fighting for what you believe in. I think for me, no matter kung anong hardships, you fight through it. You go through it with heart strong.
You know what? You're impressing me right now. No doubt. Sobrang na-impress mo ako. Parang naiisip ko, where is this confidence coming from? Does it help the fact that you joined PBB before? For this newfound confidence
Well,
or the confidence?
if anything, Adam, if you actually join PBB, you might actually feel the opposite because there's so much challenges there that your confidence might go down. But Adam, what I'm grateful for is that I have a mother and a father who really, from an early age, have taught me love. So if you have a love like that, it's like there's nothing you can't achieve. Kasi it's the best thing and that's what I hold on to.
So anong sabi ng parents mo now that you're in the middle of your preparations for MUP?
Well, hindi na sila na-shocked because they've always known and I've always talked about this with them. So they were not shocked. If they're actually very happy that I'm finally going for what I want, what I really want. And yeah, they're very supportive. Actually, Adam, my mother styled me today. So hashtag Harry Delavin styling.
Wow! Hi, tita! Is this her first time to style you for an interview or for a function or an event?
Well, talagang talent na ng mother ko yan. I have to give that to her. She loves clothes more than I love clothes. So, lagi na siyang nagsa-style for me sa mga lakad-lakad. Baka nga mamaya mag-ano na siya, Cara Delevingne management.
So how's Tita taking you so far, handling you? Is she the type na stage mom or she just lets you be for this stint?
Well, hindi na, kasi busy din si mommy sa business niya eh. So, I wouldn't say that she's actually handling me. But it's right that I'm not yet handled by any management right now. Kasi when I went here to Masbate during the pandemic, I realized that I should not sign in any management contract because I can't go to Manila yet. So I have to stay here. So sabi ko, when I come back na lang in Manila, that's the time.
Alam mo, super nai-impress talaga ako talaga sa'yo. Like talagang, wow, parang you got it all covered, nakalculate mo lahat ng risk, ng gagawin mo. Tapos parang ini-enjoy mo lang yung process right now. Parang hindi ka ano, parang ano ka lang, parang chill ka lang, ini-enjoy mo lang every moment that you're here. Parang ang gaan-gaan sundan ng journey mo dito. Parang walang excess baggage. Parang, you know what I mean?
I think Adam blessing then, really blessing then na there was a 1.5 year pause. So I was able to purposely think about what I'm really going to do. And that's when I realized that this is something that I would want to do in this time. So I think that's also a blessing.
Nice. So, yun nga, this is your first pageant, no? And let's face it, ang dami nating pageants dito sa Pilipinas. You can have joined other pageants. But what is it about Miss Universe Philippines that really attracted you to join?
Whenever you mention Miss Universe Philippines, my heart just jumps a little bit. I'm just, whatever, even when I was a little girl, I just know that it's what's for me. So it's just natural for me to join here during this time. Like, it's just the one thing that I wanted to do.
Which Miss Universe edition did you first watch na talagang naano ka talaga na parang wow, I really wanna be part of this spectacle. I wanna be one of them one day when I grow up.
I would say Miss Universe 2002. That's when I was 2 years old enough to actually understand what's in front of you. Maybe that time.
Yeah. So you like the winner then, si Oksana from Russia.
I can't remember clearly, but I do remember the girls being so confident within themselves. And when I was little, I said that that's what I wanted to do. It's
You
so
know,
cool na naaalala mo yung winner during that time.
hardcore fanatic eh. Have you been watching the recent editions of Miss Universe?
Well, I have been busy because of show business, but because of the 1.5 year pause, then I have also watched clips, a lot of clips on YouTube, and it just solidifies why I want to do this.
So what is it that one thing that solidified you na talagang encouraged you to be part of this system, of this kind of sisterhood?
Well, Adam, as I was saying, this Miss Universe role kasi has always been something that's close to my heart. Because when you think about a Miss Universe, you think about someone that speaks and connects to people of all ages, connects to people of all kinds of people. So much differences, and I think that that's something that's so close to my heart, and that I just know that in this journey I will really fight for that crown because I am certain that in Miss Universe I will be able to fulfill my dream that I have always dreamed about, and that no matter what doubts come to me, I know that I have to fight because this is a bigger purpose. The end result is a bigger purpose, bigger than myself. Because this Miss Universe platform, it's so vast, it's so huge, and what you can do in that 1 year reign is something that will go beyond you. It's your legacy.
Can I ask a follow-up question from your answer? Because, let's face it, you already have a platform. You already have a platform. You're from showbiz. That's why you have 2.3 million followers. Pero na-attract ka pa rin sa platform ng katulad ng Miss Universe to to expand your reach. I really find that interesting.
Mhm. I like that you find that interesting because I find it interesting too. Because in the first place, this platform that I have as Kisses Delavin came out from show business. And I would say that what I have achieved also came from hard work. And so this time, I want to show that hard work, same hard work for Miss Universe. I think that
Yeah.
there's just so much potential, especially that uh, I I know that I have supporters of all kinds of people from different demographics. So one big platform paired with also one big platform. That's when I know that this is for me. Because at the same time, even though I am an actress, this Miss Universe is something that's so close to my heart. So
You know,
I said to myself, why not? And why not now, during this time? I don't see any reason why.
how do you find that right timing? Kasi 'di ba you're only 22 years old, 'di ba? And let's face it, you could have probably waited it out for you to experience
Yes,
more
yes.
life
Adam,
experiences to shape
I
up
like
your
your
much.
question. Yes, Adam, I really like your question. Actually, someone told me about this that you're too young, 22. But Adam, really, in life, it's not your age. Age is an illusion. You know, age is an illusion. It's how you live. And I feel like I have lived through so many things in my life, even if I'm just 22 years old. The experiences that have made me, I feel is makes me ready for this job. Because especially now during this time of pandemic, I feel that it's my job to fill that shoe because it's a large shoe. After the competition, when you win, it's really a job. And I feel that I am ready for this. I have been ready for this for a long time. All my experiences led me up to this. So I wouldn't say that I'm too young.
Alam mo, I love your mindset. At age 22, ganyan ka na mag-isip na parang you see this platform as more than glitz and glam. But you really see it more as a job and a responsibility.
Adam, it really is. Kasi, for example, in show business, it's a huge platform, right? And yung effect ng celebrities that they make towards people, it's beyond them. It's bigger than them. Same with Miss Universe.
True. True. Diba? True. So, you talk about you talk about your you talk about this platform and you talk about your sense of purpose here for MUP. So, I want to ask, what do you want to achieve or what's your purpose for this pageant?
Mhm. Well, as I have told you, Adam, bata pa lang ako. It's really so natural for me to be interested in other people's stories, in all their backgrounds. And I love connecting to people. And if anything, if there's anything that the world needs today, it's having someone to listen to them, to listen to their stories, for those stories of people who are underrepresented, for those stories to be heard, to feel heard. And I feel, Adam, that in my reign as Miss Universe Philippines, I would go for that. Because being a miracle baby, Adam, I have always known that I have a large purpose to fulfill because I am still alive and I have survived really rare diseases when I was a kid because I thought that God has a purpose for me to fulfill. And that I have to find that purpose. I said when I was young, and now that I have found that purpose, I will pursue it. I will not. I will fight all the doubts.
I like what you said. You know, tapos gusto ko yung sinasabi mo na in my reign as Miss Universe Philippines. Parang wow, you're looking far ahead. You're already claiming it as early as now. And you've already found your purpose. So ito na lang tanong ko sa iyo, what will you do then to win the crown on September 25?
You know, Adam, all the girls are equally deserving. But for me, what I will do to win the crown is embrace myself fully. Because when you walk in that stage and you think, I am Kirsten Daniel Delavin, I am 5'4", I am from Masbate, and all the qualities that I have, I own. All the girls that are watching, and even guys, will also have the will also be liberated to own themselves. And I think, if anything, that's why Miss Universe still exists. Because it's a platform for girls to own themselves. And that's why I'm going to fight all the doubts for that moment.
You know, I'm really amazed by your caliber right now. Parang ibang Kisses Delavin talaga tong kausap ko. Hindi na siya pa-cute tweetums. Like parang, oh my God, is this really the new Kiss? I mean, I just used to watch you on TV talking about your movie roles, and, answering those cutesy questions. But now talagang, do you consider this some sort of a coming of age, some sort of thing for you?
Mm-hmm.
In
Well, Adam, I think I have always come of age even before this. For a long time, I've already come of age, maybe at the age of 16. But, as kisses, I have roles that I have to play. And somehow you have to sometimes highlight the qualities in yourself that are similar to that role. You're not really being a different person, but you're highlighting the most similar to your character. But this time, I'm really myself because I am representing Kirsten Daniel Delavin as myself in Masbate, where I was raised.
alam mo, I'm sure a lot of girls, young kids, are really looking up to you right now. And, di ba, especially ang team ng Miss Universe ngayon, inspire you. So, how can a young woman like you, your age, turn her inspirations into a reality, into a work, a real work?
Adam, we have a lot of young women today that are excelling in so many avenues, art, music, a lot of things. But I feel like the number one way to translate that inspiration into real work is number one to own yourself, your uniqueness. For that to translate into your art, you have to first own it. Because if you tone down yourself for the world, for social media, the world will not witness your uniqueness. And so that's the first thing. Own your uniqueness because you're beautiful.
I like what you said about that, having social media being part of celebrating your uniqueness. So, do you think social media is crucial in a candidacy like yours in Miss Universe Philippines?
Social media actually is a great platform to amplify voices of underrepresented people. But in terms of myself, I don't consider myself underrepresented. I am not a minority. So in this Miss Universe Philippines candidacy, it's all about who you are, the essence of who you are, not the comments you have on social media, the views you have. It's who you are. That's who would get you to the crown for me, not the social media.
True. Ultimately, kung ano talaga ikaw in real person. But let's face it, you have so many fans, diba, who keep engaging you. So, with what you said, so do you think social media is ultimately a positive or negative thing?
Adam, I think there's a yin and yang in everything. There's in every good, there's a little bad, and in every bad thing, there's a little good. But I would say social media is a really big good thing for me because of
Mhm.
social media, I am able to communicate to all these people that I really treasure for 5 years. I have not even met these people. Some of them, my supporters from Singapore, from Hong Kong, from UAE, from London, all these people I have not even met yet. So that's the power of social media. The negativities that are there is just a little thing that you can just say, oh, it's fine. It's just a little thing.
So hindi ka nagpapa-apekto. You're not easily distracted what you see or read on social media because I asked this question. I remember Rabia Mateo, our outgoing Miss Universe Philippines, being given advice by the former Miss Universe Zoe Tunsi. And sabi niya kay Rabia when she was about to leave for Miss Universe, sabi niya, you compete in Miss Universe like you like you're running a course without blinders. It's like parang you're running na nakafocus without just with just one direction. Na you're not with no blinders on. Na talaga you're only focused on what's in front of you and what you're seeing on the side. Pero with you, kaya mo to handle the
Well,
pressure, the things that you see.
Adam, I think I would also give a huge props to Rabia because it's her first time to receive such support and also hate somehow. And it's a huge deal. Adam, I was saying this before that I have so much respect for Rabia because it's so hard. When I was 17 years old, I was also bullied in social media when I rose to fame. I was crying for 4 months. Now I'm laughing about it because it's in the past. But it's real. And I'm just thankful that the universe has prepared me for that experience, that now I'm stronger. But as I was saying, Rabia was strong because she was able still to shoulder on through those times.
How do girls like you and Rabia do not let those things scar you for life? Bilib ako sa inyo ha. Kasi nung mga panahon nila a decade ago, wala pang social media. But ngayon, talagang grabe na eh. Can you turn off pwede ba yun, turn off your social media? Turn off your social media from competing for a pageant like MUP, just so for you not to be distracted.
Well, Adam, I like what you said about scarred for life.
Oo.
Adam, especially as a teenager when I was 17 years old, I would say those words definitely cut me deep. I wouldn't be crying for months if it didn't cut me deep. Pero these scars, they're battle scars. And I will carry them for my entire life. It's not something that you can just disregard and decide that, oh, it's gone, it's over. No, it will always be there. Pero you need to find in yourself the strength to soldier on, rather. Yeah, for me.
Girl, may pinabasa ka bang libro? Ang mature mo mag-isip. Sinong
What did you
guidance counselor mo? Parang gusto ko rin na support system na meron ka.
I
Parang,
can share to you my mom and dad.
oh, I hope to meet them someday. Hello po, Tito Gilbert and
Kahit
Tita
na,
Carrie.
Adam, paampon ka
Ah.
daw.
Pwede ba? Chinese din ako, half Filipino, Chinese din
And
ako.
from Lasal also.
Yeah. My gosh, may connection na ako sa'yo. So now, we've been talking about heavy stuff for the past 30 minutes and we've been talking for almost an hour. So let's now go to my second part of our interview where let's just talk about some things lightly to get to know more about you. Light fun. Parang fast talk ni Sir Aboy Abunda.
Okay, let's go for it.
Sige, let's begin. So we have like 10 more minutes before I wrap this interview up. I can't believe we're about to end this beautiful interview. I'm really enjoying it. So Yeah, so
Me
wait,
too.
let me just find my código. Here we go. All right. Speaking of, we keep talking about your mom. So, other than your mom, who do you consider as a phenomenal woman in the Philippines?
I like that question. I already have one certain person in mind. Aside from my mom, one other person that I consider the phenomenal woman in the Philippines is my grandmother. Her name is Dina, and she is 94 years old. And I would just like to say to all the viewers, my grandmother always likes to reiterate this. When she was a young woman, she had 18 suitors outside her porch waiting for her with roses and chocolates. But more of that, what makes her phenomenal is at the age of 94, she likes to recite poems about life, love that she's learned when she's read like 100 books. And she's a phenomenal woman. If you meet her, she's amazing.
Were you close to her?
Yes, absolutely.
So, I'm curious to ask, how can those lessons that she taught you teach you in your current situation right now?
Well, my grandmother is a fighter. She really fights. She has so much sass in her. She's so sassy, honestly. And she wants me to do her eyebrows, actually. Sometimes I do my best. But I think the one thing that she taught me is that no matter what other people say, you really fight. There's a saying in Bicol that says, fight sa gata.
What does
So,
that mean?
fight sa gata because, in Bicol, people love Bicol Express. It's like there's gata and there's sili and there's pork. And I think Bicolanos love gata in general. So it's like a saying, it's a rallying, you know what, when sometimes people just want to rally themselves, they just say in Bicol, fight sa gata. And
Parang
they always
laban,
talk,
fight.
yes, yes,
Uh,
fight sa gata.
oh, I learned something new from you. Thank you for that. Bite sa gata.
Fight sa
So,
gata.
okay. So, speaking of the Bicolanos, my next question is fill in the blanks. Bicolanas are the best in blank.
Best in loving,
Talaga?
I would say, pag may Bicolana kang lover, definitely, or Bicolano, definitely mapagmahal ang mga Bicolano. Best in loving. Pero dagdag ko na din, mga Bicolanas are best in swimsuit and best in evening gown.
Pwede. Yeah. So, eto, pipili lang ako ng slide. So, pag kunyari may maniligaw ka, tapos he so happened to be a Bicolano. So, bonus ano yun, extra bonus yun. Extra pogi points yun sa kanya.
I would say yes and no. It really depends on who you are. When I look at you, what do I see?
Kumikilatis ka ha. Hindi ka lang basta hindi ka lang basta tumitingin sa physical. I like grabe si Kisses, grabe. Really 22? Can't you, I can't believe I'm only talking to a 22-year-old woman. So, okay. Eto naman, so Bicolano. So, let's talk about your hometown. What's the best thing about being in Masbate or coming from Masbate?
I think, Adam, the best thing about being in Masbate is the people. Because number one, all my classmates, all my super close friends from when I was a little kid, all my teachers, all the mom she's here when I joined beauty pageants, they're just the best people, the funniest, and the most fun to be with. And so my 15 years in Masbate definitely made me the strong lady that I am today. That I would say I'm proud of Masbate because of the people here.
I can agree with that. Kasi 'di ba, especially kayo 'di ba sa Bicol region, lagi kayong daanan ng mga typhoons.
Yes.
Doormat kayo ng mga bagyo. So, strong, resilient. Talagang yung, siguro yung mga governors nyo rin, di ba? Talaga nakikita ko ahead of time. Pag may report na si Pag-asa, talagang evacuate na talaga kayo, naghahanda. So talaga, yeah, strong, resilient, battle ready, no?
Yeah, about that, Adam, you know, there has been a um, recent earthquake in Masbate. It's in
Oh
a
yeah,
farther part from my city, and when I went there, you really could see. That's why what I'm saying about Masbate, yung yaman niya is yung mga tao. Kasi when I went there, there's just been 3 hours since the earthquake happened, but these people, it's like there's no earthquake. They're smiling and they're helping each other, picking up the pieces and already thinking about what's the food for tomorrow. That's how quick they. And I was thinking, yan yung spirit. Yan yung mas Bateño spirit. And I'm just so proud.
for sure, they're also proud na you are representing them in Miss Universe Philippines right now. You know what? The more I look at you, girl, wala ka talagang pores. Parang feeling ko, kahit malayo, malayo yung angulo mo ngayon. So parang I'm
Tata.
curious to ask, what's your, ewan ko lang kasi I haven't seen you in person, but so far from my impression here, parang, what's your secret ba
Well,
to
thank
have
you.
that luminous skin? What's your beauty regimen?
Well, Adam, I would say number one, no stress, please. Whatever problem you think you have to fix, don't worry because you will have time to fix it. And those problems that you cannot fix, then absolutely do not worry about it. That's the key. And that's also the key to a very long, happy life.
True,
It
walang
goes hand in
stress.
hand. It goes hand in
So, pag may mga problema dumarating sa'yo, laban lang, no?
Oh wait, but Adam, I will say a practical tip for everybody, especially for the girls. When I was 15 years old, I didn't like. Whenever I put on makeup, it's I think okay, maganda naman ang skin ko, matutulog ako, and then it has a bad effect on the skin. So to all the girls, don't put on makeup and sleep on it. You have to remove it. So I take care of my skin better now.
Comes from experience talaga, no? Alright, so eto, alam mo no doubt talaga you have been impressing us with your gift of gab, talagang yung articulation mo with everything that you, how you have been answering my questions. So I'm curious to ask, what serves you better in life now, now that you're 22 years old? Knowledge or experience?
Knowledge or experience. I think, Adam, it's a combination of both. Because, for example, we are so blessed that we have all these knowledge and information at the tip of our fingers. It's like we can stand in the shoulders of the giants. Those who came before us, we can learn where they went wrong and what they could have done better and where they succeeded. And we can pick up from there. But on the other hand, experience, we see it from face to face. And I think it's also very essential, especially for me, all those experiences that it's made me. Experience is very bitter, Adam, especially what I went through when I was very young. But I am so thankful for it because if it didn't happen, I'm not me. I'm not who I am. It's a part of me.
So experience then over knowledge.
Well, I would say really both. But if you have
Both.
to choose one, you have to embrace all experiences and always listen for those people who came before you.
Nice. So, kung papipiliin ka book smart or street smart, you would also say the same thing.
Yes, because I always think about this. Women are always like they sometimes some women settle for a lesser option. But why not choose both? You can choose both, right?
Girl, iba ka mag-isip. Usually kami sasagot kami ng isa lang. Pili ka lang ng isa. Ikaw hindi.
Fight
Ko-connect
to
mo sa
choose both.
dalawa.
Diba? For example, love life and career, fight to choose both. If the person is deserving, muna.
Wow. I like the cases that we are seeing right now. Empowered, modern woman. Yes, why can't you have both nga naman? Who says you can't have both? Right? So we're down to my last few questions, Kisses, because we're almost talking for an hour now. For a few more minutes left. So outside climate change, kasi you're so well read, sige, let's test how you are viewing things right now. Outside climate change, what do you think is the biggest threat the world is facing right now?
I love that. Outside climate change, I think the biggest threat is the gap between human beings. For example, Adam, yung coronavirus, yung lack of education, all those things, poverty, those things can be solved because we are very intelligent humans. Look at our inventions, everything that we have put into this world. Because of the gap between humans, the lack of understanding and lack of coming together, things slow down. But if people come together, just imagine what we can do in a month, in 3 months, in 6 months. So that's for me. Coming together is the most important thing. Solidarity.
Well said. Well said. I was supposed to ask a follow-up pero hindi, nasagot ko na eh. Coming together. By coming together, no? No, pwede ka talagang tumakbo ng politiko eh, no? Talagang,
Miss Universe is enough for me.
ha? Girl, ang ganda na soundbite mo nun, ah. So speaking of Miss Universe, if you were a judge and not a competing MUP candidate, on what basis or aspect will you select the next winner?
Well, first of all, I would love to be a Miss Universe judge, like Miss Pia Words back. Because, like I said, it's a big platform, big opportunity. But if I were to become a judge, I would definitely look at the eyes. Because I feel like whenever I look at somebody's eyes, I know their why. Why are they into this? Why are they joining? How much of themselves are they willing to give for this job?
So you're looking more than the beauty aspect.
I would say I would look into the eyes. Because I think there's something about the eyes that when you look at a person, you just know the whole package. You just know that this person is for this job.
Girl, nakukuha mo ba yan sa showbiz? Magaling ka na mag-assess? Yung parang lahat,
But
parang
I have met a
na-analyze mo
lot
na.
of
Parang,
people, Adam. I have met
so,
a lot of people. So I know what's in their hearts of hearts.
grabe. Grabe yung maturity mo. Wala akong ma-say. So, you're 22 years old na. You're 22 years old right now and you've lived a life full of experiences in those 5 years na you've been in the entertainment industry. So, how do you see yourself 10 years from now?
You know, Adam, I've been asked this question a lot, and I always respond what I'm feeling at that moment. And what I'm feeling at that moment is that I will just focus in this 6 months. What I can do in this 6 months. I will not assume ahead that I have 10 years. Assume that you have 6 months. Because if you, for example, I have read this quote that if you give yourself 1 day to clean your house, you will finish it in 1 day. But if you give yourself 3 hours to clean your house, you will finish it in 3 hours. So for me, I will give myself 6 months to finish whatever thing I want to achieve so that it will take me 6 months. Then I will move on to the next thing that I'm going to go for.
Grabe, how you answer your questions is very unusual. Iba atake mo. Hindi ka pageant patty. Hindi ka yung cookie cutter na, alam mo yun, parang okay. Parang papapaisip ka talaga. Like parang you take your sweet time explaining from point A to point B. Tapos until you zero in on your your pinaka core answer. Wow.
Thank you, Adam. But from what you said, the only thing I heard was patty, sweet, and cookie because I love
Ay!
food. The rest is
Hindi, I was so impressed by your answer. I was so impressed kasi it's not pageant patty. Alam mo yon, hindi ka straight out of a cookie cutter na parang okay, parang kang sinalang lang nag-memorize. Parang iba yung atake mo sa question. It's very unusual. Talaga you took your sweet time in explaining from point A to point B until you zero in on your pinaka very core answer. So,
thank you, Adam.
but I love how you relate everything to
Na-distract
food.
talaga ako sa
So,
patty. Na-miss ko yung burger bigla.
so feeling ko nagugutom ka na ngayon, which prompts me to end my interview right now. So, eto na lang. Ito na lang as last question. In 30 seconds, Kisses Delavin, what would you like the whole universe to know about you?
I think, as Kirsten Daniel Delavin, the whole universe, I would like you to know that I am a miracle daughter. I was born out of 8 pregnancies, and I'm the only child to survive. And I feel like the universe has been very kind to me, and I make it my lifelong mission to give back that kindness. So, universe, I'm going after you.
Pakiulit, universe, I'm going after you, so chill ka lang.
So, universe, I'm going after you. So, chill ka lang. That's my puso.
The way you say it, parang ang dali talagang abutin talaga ng universe. So, wow. On that
Adam,
note,
I
yeah.
just say this. I really think that to all the viewers na nanonood sa atin, there is no limit. It's just what we set for ourselves. So if you see me right now that I believe that I can achieve my goal, it's because you can too. There's no special ingredient here. We all can. Promise yan.
Take it from Kisses Delavin. Take it from Kisses Delavin. No words. Wow.
Adam.
No words talaga. And on that note, thank you so much for really giving time for this interview. I really had so much fun getting to know you. I feel like even though it's my first time to meet you, I feel like we're talking here like long lost friends who hasn't seen each other for a long time. I'm glad na alam mo yun, nabigyan ako ng ganitong opportunity to really get to know you deeper talaga. More than the Kisses Delavin that we just, we just know on TV or on the surface. But thank you for sharing your heart to us tonight. Maraming salamat, Kisses.
Adam, I am very happy to do so. I also enjoyed tonight. And gusto ko lang mag-thank you din for inviting me here. Your questions were very well researched. And thank you for having such a positive aura. And thank you also to your viewers, to everybody who's supporting Adam. Thank you also. And definitely to Kissables. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I love you guys very much.
And may bago ka na rin, Kisses Universe. I was just talking to her kanina. Talagang sabi niya, we'll make sure her internet connection won't go haywire this time around. So talaga, they really love you so much talaga. So, as my last question, can you give a message to all your followers and supporters rooting for you, cheering for you to be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
Adam, I just want to say that to all the Kissables na nanonood, thank you so much. This is the one thing that I will never get tired of. Thanking you. And I wish I could do it face to face with extra hugs. But now I'm just here on camera. But please feel it in my heart that I am so thankful for all the support you're giving me. Thank you for all your prayers. I will definitely do my best. Papunta na tayo dito. We're going to give it our all. So thank you. I hope you stay safe and chill lang po kayo. We got this.
Nako, Kisses narinig, Kissables, Kisses Universe, narinig niyo yun? Chill lang kayo. Kalma lang kayo. Marami pa siyang pasabog. She's just getting warmed up. I'm telling you guys. So, maraming salamat, Kisses. And before we end, can we give a shout out to some of them who still tuned in.
Yes, of course.
My friend, Bien Morales is watching. You know, he's a straight guy, pero when I told him I will be interviewing you, nanood siya. So imagine mo yung effect. Kasi usually pag pageant world and showbiz, di ba, puro mga Beckys.
Anong
Babae, but
pangalan niya, Adam?
Bien, Bien Morales.
Yan Morales. Hi, Yan Morales. If you're still watching, thank you for your time and sending you a kiss.
Yeah. And then Sheila Gray is also saying here, love you, Kirsten.
Thank you, Sheila Gray. Thank
And
you.
Renz is also
Love.
saying the same thing. Um, Felices
Hi,
Malalin
Ren.
is
Hi,
also saying,
Madeline.
yeah, so let's engage them. Let's engage some of them before we say goodbye. So thank you. Love you, kisses. Amara is saying. Celine is also saying likewise. Aisa is also saying likewise. Love you, kisses. We got this. Gerson Castillo is also saying good
Hi,
luck, kisses.
Jason.
Mar- Rosemary
Hi,
is also
Rosemary.
and keep safe. Someone is saying here, natatabunan na. Rabia loves kisses. Ex-kisses, yes. So, there you go. This ends my interview. No doubt talaga. No words. Kisses, thank you so much for your time. And,
Thank you,
you know,
Adam.
wala akong masabi but good luck on these next few months. So, talagang alam kong with your experience in showbiz, you will be able to do it with flying colors, no doubt. Talagang hasang-hasa ka na. I mean, God prepared you for this. So let's just trust the process and allow Him through this platform na mag-shine ka and blossom even more for the whole universe to witness.
Thank you, Adam. Thank you so much for those words.
So stay safe and hydrated over
Stay
there
safe.
in Masbate. Send my love and regards to your parents whom I haven't
Yes, yes,
seen.
yes.
Pero
I
sana
will.
mabig. So, virtual hugs and kisses all the way. Kisses all the way here from my office in Manila, Cubao. Mwah.
Bye.
Take
Thank you.
care. Thank you, Aces and Queens, for making this interview
Thank you
possible. Thank
also,
you,
Innocent Queens, Tito
Sir
Jerry, Mama
Jerry, Mama
Mikey, and my
Mikey.
makeup artist, Jem.
Yeah, thank you so much once again. Mwah.